Hello, my name is Dr. Chris Kammer, and I'm a dentist from Madison, Wisconsin, and I'm the founder and director of the National Halloween Candy Buyback promotion, which I hope you've been participating in, or maybe you're considering it. Listen, I have a dilemma that I hope you can help me with, but first let me just back up a little bit and give you a little history. About 11 years ago, I held my very first Halloween Candy Buyback, and it was wildly successful. Everything about the event made me want to promote this to my colleagues nationwide so that the profession of dentistry could have a positive and fun response to the most frightening candy-filled evening that we call Halloween. So I put up the HalloweenCandyBuyback.com website, and I shared all of my ideas for having a successful event with anyone and everyone who was interested. I also created a zip code office locator to help the public find local buybacks. And in the years that followed, we've had thousands and thousands of dental offices across the country participate. The national and local media, they really loved it. They embraced the event. And last year alone, we took over 400,000 pounds of candy off the street. Yes, and we directed it to Operation Gratitude in a strong show of support for our men and women serving our country overseas. So, you'd think that I'd be happy because this event has grown beyond my wildest dreams. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm thrilled, and it's been so successful. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also distressed because I really think this event could be so much more. But for it to reach its full potential, I'm really going to need help from all of the offices and teams out there who want to be offering this promotion in the coming years. I've seen the amazing things you've previously done with this event. I've seen your posters, your photos, your unique promotions, and finally, I've seen your numbers. And let me tell you, you've collected a lot of candy. It's all very impressive. But now I'm going to need your brilliant ideas and your enthusiastic spirit to get this event to the next level. So here's my mission, and I'm hoping you can help. There are two elements that I've really been trying to add to this program, and they need a huge boost, and I'm really hoping that you can help. All right? So, number one, yes, we send candy to the troops, and it's a great show of support from the kids and dental teams across the USA. I'll admit, sending candy may sound odd to some. However, I'm confident that we aren't causing the troops any harm with the handfuls of candy that they're receiving. That all go into those Operation Gratitude care packages. I've always said, anyone putting their life on the line every day certainly deserves a sweet treat offering them a great moment of joy. So I'm just thinking, what could be so bad about that? And I know you're aware that Operation Gratitude care packages are additionally filled to the brim with other great things like knitted socks and energy bars and DVDs and healthcare items and magazines, and I could go on and on. So they get wonderful things, but since we are dentists, it feels appropriate that we should also send some dental care support to our brothers and sisters risking their lives for our country every day. Doesn't that just seem like the right thing to do? I think so. And you know what? We can do it. I've been asking each buyback office to send in at least 100 toothbrushes to Operation Gratitude when they send their candy in. My collective goal from all of the offices doing the buyback is to collect 100,000 toothbrushes each year. Now, with all the offices that are participating, we should be collecting more like 250,000 toothbrushes. And yet last year we only collected 20,000 brushes. So here's where I need your help. How can we get to the 100,000? I mean, how can we do that? Do you have any ideas, any promotions, any contests, any cattle prods, that anything that might be necessary that can spark a new enthusiasm among our buyback participants to help us reach that goal? Yeah, it's a lot. It's 100,000 toothbrushes, but we can do it. We got to do it, and we'll be able to do it with your help. So please help us figure out how we can do this. And finally, number two. And this is a big one. This is a big one. In fact, this one is huge. When you consider that the average child brings in 4 pounds of candy, that tells us that the Halloween Candy Buyback impacts the lives of over 100,000 USA children. Yeah, that's a lot of kids. So is there a way to send those youngsters and their families a positive dental health message? Can we teach those children, and especially their parents, that there are sweet treats out there that are actually good for teeth and that don't raise the glycemic index, which would put them more at risk for diabetes? We're at a time right now when early childhood decay rates are increasing, and there's a concurrent diabetic crisis in our nation. So wouldn't this be a great opportunity to reach 100,000 children and their parents with one of the greatest decay prevention miracles out there, and it doesn't contribute to a child's diabetes risk. I'm talking about xylitol. Yes, my friends, it's a natural sweetener that doesn't fuel bacterial acid. Additionally, it alters the surface of the bacteria, and it makes it harder for them to stick together and even stick to each other, creating like a plaque biofilm. It doesn't happen as easily. Xylitol does amazing things to reduce plaque, to kill the bacteria. I can't figure out why the profession hasn't embraced xylitol and made it darn near mandatory that we should be educating our patients about it. I feel very strongly about this. I've experienced firsthand the decline in tooth decay rates for my young patients who use it regularly. And I've also clinically detected a very slick way that the teeth feel, and it just makes sense that the plaque has a harder time forming on these teeth. For those of you out there that have used xylitol, you know what I'm talking about. You can tell the difference of teeth that have had regular exposures to xylitol. Now, the studies say that regular use of xylitol which would involve 5 exposures a day, reduces the strep mutans, those are the cavity-causing bacteria, would reduce those by over 90% over a 6-month period. You know, if you reduce the strep mutans by 90%, that makes it pretty hard to get a cavity. It really does. And so we're wiping out nearly all the strep mutans with regular xylitol use. So please, let's start replacing some of the candy that we buy back from the kids with xylitol-sweetened candy. For a while, this is embarrassing, but I got to tell you this. For a while, my own office was getting in a rut where we were buying the candy back and then giving kids coupons for French fries and ice cream from the local fast food joint. Really? Wait a minute here. Kids that had most likely just consumed a good share of their Halloween candy, and even before they brought it back to us, and now we're buying the rest of it back from them. That's good. But then we're sending them off with some more junk food? That just doesn't seem to make any sense at all. Why don't we try and get all the kids hooked on healthy xylitol sweetened treats? And that'll help reduce their risk for tooth decay and diabetes. Isn't that what the families expect from their local caring health professionals, the dentist, right? I've been trying to prod the profession in this direction, but it hasn't been easy. We've had xylitol sponsors at the buyback here over the years, and I've been recommending that the buyback offices offer xylitol candy replacement. I've even written up educational bullet point handouts for the parents for all the offices to use. Last year we had what was practically a giveaway offer from the Clear Company, and they're the makers of Spry, 100% xylitol sweetened mints, gum, and candies. Put this great package together. It was way below cost to entice offices to try replacing that buyback candy with xylitol treats. Well, the response from the buyback offices that we serve was underwhelming, to say the least. It was very disappointing. So these are my greatest challenges, and how can I excite the buyback offices to get involved? Maybe your office is already involved, so thank you. But I want these offices to not only believe in xylitol, but to additionally use the Halloween Candy Buyback as an opportunity to reach thousands of children and families who need healthier options for their teeth and bodies. And then also, as I already mentioned, what can we do to reach our goal of 100,000 collected toothbrushes to send to the troops? In addition to all that candy. It's what we should do. That's what we're all about the health too, right? Honestly, I feel like I've done everything I can to get this done, but I haven't been able to do it on my own. And that's why I'm asking you right now for help. We need your best ideas, plans, schemes, even magic if you can conjure that up. We'll take whatever you've got to help us accomplish these goals. Maybe you've been doing some of this already, and maybe you've got some great tips, and you can offer these great tips to our thousands of participants. If you got that, I will make you a hero in the eyes of all of the USA offices that we're reaching every year that participate in this buyback. And we'll be giving out awards and rewards. Anything that we can do to help us further our goals for the buyback, I'm really hoping you can help. So I hope that right now you're feeling inspired with ideas, and you're thinking hey, I bet I can help the buyback do this. I hope you're thinking that. And maybe it's an idea that you think will work, or maybe it's even an idea that's already worked in your own office that you can share with our members. I know that there's a lot of brain power out there, great idea brain power, that far surpasses my own. Man, I do not have all the ideas. So I'm hoping to tap into that. Do I sound desperate? Well, I am desperate. I even considered renaming the event the Halloween Candy Buyback and Xylitol Replacement. What do you think of that? Does that name make it a little more clear about what I'd really like to do here? Well, obviously, I need your thoughts and ideas. I don't know if I can do that. So give me your thoughts and ideas. How can we make these two things happen? Post them right here on the Facebook site or email us at hcbb13@gmail.com. Okay, that's HCBB, like Halloween Candy Buyback 13, HCBB13@gmail.com. All right, now here's your chance right now. I mean, think of this. You've got such a great opportunity right now to impact 100,000 troops and 100,000 children. And if you don't have any ideas, then right now, which I doubt, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, then at the very least, share this video with all your Facebook dental health colleagues, because I bet you've got smart friends too. So thank you very much for supporting the Halloween Candy Buyback over the years. And here's to you and your friends for striving to make the biggest impact for health ever. Now, don't forget to share this message, please. We do watch for those kind of things, and we will show our gratitude. And thank you once again. This is Chris Kammer saying, let's rock the Halloween Candy Buyback this year with your help and your awesome ideas. Thank you, and I'll be in touch.